Bitcoin, crypto, morning tea. Hey. Good morning, everybody. My name's pianomattyb. That is Scaramucci's. And this is your morning TA. A brief glimpse into the crypto markets, where the sun's shining, where the wind's blowing. All the humble opinion of this piano. Zamboni bringing the The FOMO index has inched up to 56 from yesterday's 54. Bitcoin dominance is 48.6%. 24-hour volume is 36 billion. The overall market cap is 1.2 trillion. Give or take 100 million. Well, the bulls and the bears seem to be on a permanent vacation, while price action wades through its channel of eternal monotony, briefly breaking down and out of her, finding a bottom in a bounce off the 200 moving average at 29.6, and has since tucked back up and into a time of production 29.9. So we are under 30K and almost under all three moving averages. Well, the last time we were underneath these guys was less than a month ago, on June 25th, where we saw price action bottom at 25K-ish. Hard to believe that was less than a month ago. Is that my landline? Must be my mom asking to see if I got enough sleep finally last night. Nope. It's historical norm. Normie, how you doing, buddy?
Hello, fancy fingers. Yes, it's me. I'm back, or as close as I'll ever get to the Western world, which is Fiji. But the last time I called, way back whenever, we talked about the weekly time frame channels, and now since we're chopping broccoli once again, well, I thought we'd drill down and take a look at the daily channels, or the ding-dong, I think I've heard you call it before as well. So currently, we are in day 26 of this channel of eternal monotony, I've also heard you say. Now let's take a look at our last channel we were stuck in, which started way back on May 8th and ended on June 4th. For a grand total of 27 days. We chopped broccoli in that channel within a 9% range. It's wildly tight, my boy.
Yes, it is.
Now, before that, our channel started on March 16th and ended April 9th for a grand total of 25 days, where we chopped broccoli within a 9% range as well. Now, back in January, we started that channel on the 20th, and we ended it on February 15th for a grand total of 26 days, staying within a 10% range. Now, before that, we did enter a channel on November 8th, 2022, and well, we didn't break out of her till January 10th for a grand total of 64, all within a 16% range. Now finally, back on September 12th, we started chopping the broccolis until November 7th for a grand total of 55 days. Now, that's all within a 15% range. So as long as 26 days seems, we've stayed in these rather annoying channels for longer. It's part of the discipline I've been telling you about for years, my boys. You see, the market, well, she rewards patience, my boy. And hey, it's like my jiu-jitsu sensei told me when I started my martial arts training.
Oh, Well, what did he say, Normie? Norm?
Yeah, sorry, I was just preparing my coffee for my morning coffee enema I like to take for when we're done here. Yes, when I
Okay.
complained to my sensei how hard jiu-jitsu was, he simply said, "Hey, this discipline
Yeah.
isn't for everybody." And that's, well, it's just like investing. It's unfortunately not for everybody.
True.
You have to look at it like a discipline, my boy.
Well, I totally agree, Normie. It's all about your time horizon. He hung up, yes. Well, it's hard to imagine this channel we are currently in droning on for twice as long as she already has. But we've seen it in the past, and it's not like it hasn't happened before. But like Norm said, your time horizon and discipline makes any boring channel null and void in the big picture. The market does reward patience. It's actually just a mechanism to transfer wealth from the impatient to the patient. And would you look at that, my friends? The sun's up. It's another beautiful day here on planet Earth. A day none of us were guaranteed. We're not guaranteed these days. But we're lucky enough to have them anyway. So get out there and knock them dead. And remember, we're playing the same game as our psychopathic elected elites. And that's right, is the long game. For zoom out, long game. So zoom out and have a fantastic day. And we're going live right away, so grab yourself a coffee, join me for a quick one, and of course, sing me out, won't you? Around the banks of Boom Dish Bank, Bitcoin, crypto, morning tea. Hey, whoa, ching.
Make sure you like and subscribe and share this video with someone you think might like it too. Everybody now, make sure you like and subscribe and share this video with someone you think might like it too. Matty B, what's up? It's Chris the Weed Man. I just wanted to give you a shout out and say thank you so much for sharing the love. The music in the morning and the TA every day makes my day every morning. Thank you so much from down south in Georgia. We do appreciate it. Much thanks.
Everybody now. That one was so funny. Thanks for that, the Weed Man. Yes. Well, it looks like we may be breaking out of that channel now. Can't hold 29.8. Crypto KC says everyone knows a Weed Man. Good morning, Crypto KC. Terry Crow in Kansas. David Sony Music. Wow. I always tell the story of David Sony Music. A&R guy for Sony Music way back when I was in my first band, Leader House. And there was a while there where that band was going to get a record deal. And we were kind of secretly hoping for Sony Music. Sony Music was like the, I don't know, the biggest one kind of in Canada anyway, if there's even such thing as a big record company in Canada. And then just when it was all about to go our way, boy bands and Britney Spears came out and just kind of decimated the economy for alt pop bands like us, and that was it. But now David Sony Music always tunes into the piano stream, so see, we're still hanging out all after all these years. No hard feelings, David Sony Music. Terry Crow in Kansas. Dave Digital. Daddy Zach. Rabid Peanut.
push to talk, Mattyb. Am I? Oh, I thought maybe I was muted all that time. Imagine that big long spiel about record companies, all for nothing. Yeah, so I don't know. I wouldn't be that upset if we break out of this channel to the downside. Just like any movement is kind of good movement after all this monotony. Johnny December in Belize, how you doing down there? Well, it's 13 degrees here. I had to wear the jacket today, which is heartbreakingly disappointing for anyone in Winnipeg, because basically when we get summer, like remember a couple weeks ago it was plus 30 or whatever, it was hot right in the morning. We don't really talk about it in Winnipeg because it comes and goes so fast that by the time it's gone, that's it. So I always say we get about 3 weeks of summer here, and it's usually the end of June, early July, and then kind of like how I feel the Bitcoin price is going to go for the rest of the year, the temperature just goes down and down and down. So yeah, Abby Dewan, is this the all-time high for Bitcoin 2023? What I meant by that is 31.4, 31.7, whatever it is that our peak for 2023? It is 100% up from 15K. So it is a massive move, but do we just go slowly down here until 2024? And the bull run, don't you know? Bobby Freeman, oh no, don't say that. Don't go down. See, I can't read some of these comments because there's a little heart there now. Do you guys have the little heart? I don't know why they put it there. You can't really read the comment unless it's quick and short like Randy's. Good morning. Good morning, Randy. Joe Blow 2, C. Rab. Yes. Oh, here comes a psychopath. Half Siamese. It's Fibonacci. Hear him meowing? He's so annoying. He wants what he wants, and he wants it now. He wants in, meow. He wants food, meow. He wants to go out, meow. There's no waiting. Where the other cat? Not Scaramucci, but Rosario Mingo. He's super chill and laid back. And when he wants to go out, he just looks at you and says, if you're gonna open that door there, that'd be real cool of you. And I will go out if you open that door. But if you don't, that's cool too. I'll just go kick back and get my 23 hours of sleep over on the bunk bed. Funny thing happened to me just before the stream. My neighbor, who has the diesel truck we talk about, he also has a side business like drilling holes and lifting houses and stuff like that. I'm not too sure. It's probably a bad description. But he said he was contacted by a mining company from Dubai to put up a massive mining rig on the outskirts of Winnipeg. And now, I always say my life is very Forrest Gumpian. I do a lot of things here and there that end up having meaning later. And when I'm doing it, I don't really know. But how weird is it that my neighbor gets this contract to do a Bitcoin mining operation? He knows nothing about it. We talk every now and then. I've told him for the past couple of years, you gotta buy some Bitcoin. His name's Ashley. And I mean, he doesn't, because I have to say, if you don't know anything about it, I wouldn't just jump into it either, even though I did. But I jumped into it. Then I learned. So no different than he could do now. But anyway, I told him when he's negotiating his deal, he should work in 3 Bitcoins to the price. It's a big deal. It's like upwards of $1 million in the cost to put this thing in. Yes, the heart and the right lower is the worst idea ever. I agree. I can't even read your commentary. So I told him to work out 3 Bitcoins, one for each of his daughter and one for him, because you don't want your kids to have a Bitcoin and you don't have a Bitcoin. So if he does that, in the next 2 years, he's going to see that Bitcoin double, triple, quadruple, who knows, right? And then he's going to think, man, my neighbor, he's a genius. However, if he holds it and he doesn't understand what's going to happen, he's going to see that Bitcoin go down and he's going to panic. And at that point, well, he might sell it. But this is where I like to think I come in. I can talk him through it. Maybe even he can even put it to USD when that time comes. We talked about this yesterday. That's easier said than done. Just put it into USD. Is it the top? I don't know. Can it go higher? Probably. Will it? I don't know. Can it also go down and lose it all? Yeah, it can. Yes, Fibonacci. See, he just wants in. He won't stop. You see, Duke is I shut the door on Duke's room today. He doesn't have any cams this week, so I thought, well, we'll let the little guy sleep. Rabid Peanut, make that part of his deal. A one-night gig to serenade those machines to mine faster. It'd be a sweet gig if he could pull 3. Imagine having a company that you could pull 3 Bitcoin out for essentially your family. Right before the bull run of bull runs. God, it couldn't be any more serendipitous. But when it comes to mining, I've always had this conspiracy. It goes like this. How can the big money take over crypto for the worst? Like take it hostage, maybe even change the protocol, the consensus. Well, what if, and follow me here for a second, it may be wildly delusional and make no sense, but I'm just kind of like, these are the things I think about when I'm going to bed. What if they manipulated the price down to the point where all the miners were so underwater that they were in financial dire straits, and they just offered all of them a little sweetheart deal where they became primary shareholders, even bought the mining company off them and kept them as shareholders, but they had the majority of the power. And then all of a sudden you have these massive BlackRock, Vanguard, who knows, owning the mining companies where they can agree to do whatever they want. It's just a deep, can you see? Yeah, there's Fibonacci. It's just a deep, dark conspiracy. But do you think that could happen? Like, if there's someone who knows more about that in the comment section, let me know. And then I can maybe sleep better at night, knowing that can happen. But, you know, who knows? Anything's possible with these psychopaths. I like to think that once they're in the ethos of Bitcoin, can maybe change their path in life. Because I do believe once you get into Bitcoin, your life changes for the better on many terms. Your time horizons, your outlook for the future, your knowledge of money, concept of value. These are the things that change. That's why I'm pretty adamant about getting my little nieces to learn about Bitcoin. My beautiful and vivacious nieces. Because A, they'd be the smartest kids in the school. And it would just, imagine if you're 14 and you started learning about Bitcoin, aka investing in Bitcoin at 14. Who cares if it's at 30K now? Doesn't matter. 30K now at 14 years old, and might as well be 3,000 or 300. Derek Porter, do we just need more decentralized nodes and miners? Good morning, Robert Ty. Baseball Crypto, ask Nikki Diamonds DeMonte. You know, I did a Debate Crypto show yesterday. And he asked me how it got started, how my channel got started, and I briefly told him about the BitBoy story. But the more important, this is where it comes back to Nicky Diamonds DeMonte. I have a feeling it was Nick DeMonte from BitBoy Crypto who actually started, maybe even watched the video and contacted me. It wasn't like I was contacted by TJ or Ben. I was contacted by Nick, who then put me in contact with TJ and Ben. So you could say that this is all because of Nicky Diamonds DeMonte. And then when I carve it even down farther, it's like, I wonder if that was a coffee thing. Because I always think there's irrational decisions made when you're on coffee, when you're like 2 or 3 cups deep. Maybe Nicky Diamonds DeMonte was 2 cups of coffee deep. He saw my video and was like, I like this. It's weird. Let's do it. I'm going to show the guys. But really, if it wasn't for Nick, I don't think, well, I for sure wouldn't be here right now. Because I wouldn't have got out of the gates doing the TA videos on the daily, 8 o'clock. It was crazy. I think I had to get it to 7 a.m. my time. Robert Ty, watch you in BitBoy Crypto. Well, it's almost been, it's officially been, no, it hasn't been 2 years on my own. It's just been over 2 years, which seems crazy, right? It was in July of 2021 when when I started making content on BitBoy's channel. So that's only 2 years. Man, it seems like it's been way longer. What a crazy ride. What's the Bitcoin price? 29,777. Yeah. Mario Cantonese. Is it Cantonese or Cantonese? Wow, I didn't know that. I like Nick, but this makes me like him even more. He's my favorite, Nick. I think he's always I called him my intellectual dark horse winner of that crew. I feel like he's kind of he knows a lot. But everyone there is super smart. Like, they've got a real tight crew there of smart people. Makes sense why they're the biggest channel out there. I think Coin Bureau is bigger, but overall, I think with all his social metrics, I think Ben's channel is overall a bigger presence. Good morning, Fifth Nail. Kristanov, why did you stop BitBoy? Well, in January of 2022, they just revamped the channel. And they made a bunch of changes, and keeping the TA on it just wasn't one of them. So I'm actually very grateful that they decided to do that, because it kind of pushed me into listen. They were great. Ben and TJ, they didn't say anything. They didn't say do this, do that, don't do this, make it more like this. They didn't say anything. They just let me kind of do the insanity that was developing that idea that, what you see now really was developed on their channel through trial and error. I mean, there's a lot of things that didn't work, a lot of things that did work. So they were great. And when we parted ways, it allowed me to kind of, I do kind of work better by myself. Not that they were bosses, because it wouldn't have worked out if they were like, do this, do that, make it like this, now talk about this, or do this coin, blah, blah, blah. They literally said basically nothing, just do your thing, which is why it worked. So now here I am with you guys on my porch in Winnipeg. How's the smoke up there in Winterpeg? I don't know, Justin Patterson. I think we missed the smoke. It never really came here. Metal Family, so glad you decided to keep doing the morning TA. We truly enjoy your style. Channel will explode next bull run. Well, thanks, Metal Family. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what's going to happen. I have some expectations of the channel during the bull run, but they're kind of like the same expectations I have with Bitcoin. I don't know. It could happen. We could have the craziest bull run we've ever seen with the institutional FOMO aping in. I mean, it could, right? It's This time it's different. Who knows? Andrew Petrosky, now it's time for the year of eternal monotony to be over. There's always a tension working for someone else than yourself, no matter how great they are, Joe Blow2 says. Yes, you're right. That's why I've never had a job. I just don't work well with bosses. Never have, probably never will. I always say I'd be a great employee because I know as a business owner, my expectations of employees, so I think I'd be good, but I just can't handle that someone is my boss, so to speak. I just don't get it. It's a kind of a foreign thing. Baseball and crypto. Let's get to 10K subs. You can drop the album. Yes, well, here's the thing. I find as soon as we hit 9,000 subs, we just kind of stopped with the accumulation of subs. So it may be a while before we hit 10K, or maybe not. Who knows? Someone may do something. It may kick it off. But yeah. Oh, there is Duke. I just saw that, Derek Porter. I have to start recording it though. So at 9,500 subs is when I will start doing the finishing touches on the album, because a lot of the songs are done. I've just been waiting for the 10K sub thing to hit. And then yeah, I'm thinking, how do you release an album these days? You know, I if I knew more about the NFT thing, I'd like to do that. So I'm always asking when I'm on the blockchain, if I know someone there that is pretty big into NFTs, I'll always ask how I should release this album. Not really like I think it'd be interesting if people could buy the album and have a stake in it the way I kind of think NFTs work, but I'm not. I got to do a real deep dive into that. Let's see if it... Duke! He slept till 8:30. The old 12-hour sleep for the toddler. He's not a toddler anymore. He's 8. Hi, buddy. Wow, what a sleep. Good for you. What's the bullish or bearish on today? Well, look at that. It's 29.8. We're barely holding on to that support level.
Bearish.
Bearish. Ooh. Duck's bearish. How come, buddy?
It's a bull run, don't you know?
So you're bearish because it's a bull run? Or bullish?
Bearish.
Oh, bearish. Oh, well. There you have it. Okay, buddy. Well, before you sing us out, I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. Thank you very much. We'll see you tomorrow. Hope you liked Historical Norm. Who knows when he'll be back. Always fun with Historical Norm. Duke, buddy, sing us out, my boy.
You woke me up.
I woke you up? What do you mean?
I was still in bed and then you knocked on
No. I saw you peeking in the window. So did they. They told me. In the comment section, they said, Duke's hiding.
Where?
You can't see it anymore. Yes. And maybe I should, just looking at this, I realized I should probably brush my hair before I do these things. That's why I wear a hat all the time, just because, instead of brushing my hair. Let's go, buddy.
We're playing the same game.
Oh, you remember?
as
Hold on, remember, if you're not at the mic angle, the mic can't pick you up here. There you go.
We're playing the same game as our psychopathic elected elites. That's right, it's a long game. So zoom out and have a fantastic day. A one that makes a boom to space. Bitcoin, crypto, morning tea.
Have a good day, everybody.
Make sure you like and subscribe.